are 400 billion stars out there, just in our galaxy alone. If only one out of a million of those had planets, all right? And if just one out of a million of those had life, and if just one out of a million of those had intelligent life, there would be literally millions of civilizations out there.
Well, if there wasn't, it'd be an awful waste of space.
A waste of space? The noted astronomer and author Carl Sagan once said,
"There are in fact 100 billion other galaxies, each of which contains something like 100 billion stars."
Think of how many stars and planets and kinds of life there may be in this vast and awesome universe.
Many take it as a given that we are not alone in the universe. Hollywood constantly generates entertainment around this premise. Some even believe these other civilizations have already visited us. But is this really a given? Are there so many galaxies with so many stars and planets that there must be life somewhere else? The belief that there must be life out there somewhere is based on two assumptions. First, given the large numbers involved, there must be other planets that could support life. Two, life must be easy to start. In short, if there is a planet that could support life, odds are it will. A further refinement of this question considers the number of potential planets that could support advanced, intelligent life capable of communicating with us, such as the Drake equation. Here, we will focus on the first assumption, the number of potentially life-supporting planets. The question of life actually starting, we will address in a later video. When looking at this issue, the thing to note is that any answer will involve assumptions. To start with, you have to estimate the number of galaxies and compare that to the things believed to be needed to have a planet capable of supporting life. Carl Sagan thought the Earth was a typical planet, so many of them must exist. At least in terms of intelligent life, this conflicts with the Fermi paradox, which is summed up in Fermi's famous question: if the universe is full of life, where is everybody? Despite concerted efforts to find them, no extraterrestrial life has been confirmed. Perhaps life is abundant, but only intelligent life is rare. Eventually, you must start making assumptions about what is required for simple life. If you limit the things needed for life to as few as possible, estimates will lead to large numbers of potential planets. The more things you add, the smaller number of potential planets you will end up with. Consider temperature. Could life start on a hot planet or moon with molten lava for a surface like Io? Could life begin on an ice planet or moon like Pluto? What is the temperature range that allows for life? Are there different ranges for life starting and life existing? Scientists who support the rare Earth hypothesis argue that life needs a narrower temperature range, a Goldilocks range, at least to get started. Another factor is a star's location in a galaxy. A star near the center of a galaxy will be bombarded with too much X-ray and gamma radiation. A star must also be in a stable part of a galaxy, long enough for life to start. While there are a lot of stars, most fall outside the habitable zone. For those within the habitable zone, you then start looking for planets similar to Earth. Those with the correct type of star, the proper distance from the sun, with a stable orbit, the appropriate size for an atmosphere, neither too thin nor too dense, with a large gas giant such as Jupiter shielding them from meteor strikes. A large moon for proper tidal pools needed for life, the right composition of elements necessary for life, etc. When you do this, you quickly find that even with the vast number of galaxies, with their vast number of stars, the odds of there being another planet that could support life are infinitesimally small. In short, rather than being common, it is surprising we are even here. Other scientists criticized the rare Earth hypothesis by questioning the assumption about what is needed for life and the percentage assigned to these assumptions. But this is just criticizing one assumption with another. What is the ultimate answer to how many planets can support life? We do not know. It all depends on the assumptions you make about life. Regarding other intelligent life, whatever number you give for life, the number of planets with intelligent life will be even smaller. If Earth is the only planet in the universe that has life, that at least would account for the Fermi paradox. The answer to his question, "Where is everybody?" would be, there is no one else. Again, this only calculates the odds of having a planet that could support life. The other assumption, that life is easy to start, we will look at in another video. Thank you for listening to Into the Desert, exploring the wilderness of thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe and put your comments below. Remember, be civil. We want to foster discussion and not division.